Okay, welcome. Today we're doing something a little bit different. I am going to be testing out this Insta Vesta. It's a portable heater that requires no electricity. And one of my brothers got this and he told us about it. And so we decided that we were going to try it out. We actually got 2 for Christmas. We were going to ramp up our emergency preparedness. So we bought 2 of these, and I know that they are not going to be heating the whole house. That's not the intent. And so I brought you into my lovely office because everyone else is asleep in the house. But we are going to test it out because I thought that this would be the most realistic situation, is that we would probably be using it at night if it was in the middle of winter and we had no power. We would probably be using this in the middle of the night to stay warm. So while I'm doing taxes over here, I am going to test this out. I have a thermometer in here. I'm not sure which one is going to be the most realistic, but this says that it currently is, let's see if you can even see it, currently is 70 degrees in here. This one says 60. This is just a food thermometer, but it was actually working really well, so I thought I'd bring it. It says it's 68.9 in here. So they're not too off from each other, but I brought them both in here to see if it would change or not. This one changes faster, like it recognizes it faster, and this one takes a little bit longer to recognize. So we're just gonna see what happens. First, I'm going to unbox it, read the instructions, and figure out what I need to do so that I'm not doing this completely blind. So we will go ahead and open it. Okay, so first off thoughts, it's a little bit heavy, but it's actually not that much heavier than our little buddy heater with the propane on it. So at least from what I can tell. Okay, first steps is to pull out the snuffer. What's this one here? Pull out snuffer. Good thing that they put in nice instructions there. Oh, I almost just whacked myself in the face. Okay, pulled out the snuffer. Okay, so first thing it said to pull out the snuffer. Pull out canned heat tray using snuffer. And I assume we're going to use, no, like that. We're going to use it like this. So we're going to pull this out. Remove heater unit and grate. So we're going to pull this up. And then there's some packaging. That was loud. Then we have this grate. This grate is for cooking on. So I'm also going to do a test where I boil water. And we're going to see how long that takes and how many it takes. How many cans of stuff it takes. Let's see. I probably should read the instructions first. I am completely in the dark right now, so you're learning it as I'm learning it. I wanted it to be a true test to see how it works. Now that the grate is in place, this is how you would go about cooking on it, which later I am going to get a pot and I'm going to try to boil some water. But in order to put this on the heater fan unit, so this is what it looks like. This is the side that I'm assuming the hot air is going to blow out of, and this is what it looks like on the bottom. And in order for this to work, this is the back end. In order for this fan to start blowing, you have to have one of the candle things right underneath it. So this goes on the back. Okay, in order to put the fan unit on it, there are, see if you can see them. There's just these tiny little prongs right here. You can see them when they're behind the silver. Oh, there you go. There's these tiny little prong things that have to fit got these holes going. So put those in the back and it just fits snug in there. And then in order to latch the front, which also has a slit in it, this tray also fits. This little prong thing fits right here in this slit that's right there, so that the heater, the fan unit, cannot come off while this is in there. So it comes with, this is really dusty because it was out in the garage. It comes with two of these canned heats. It says it will take a few minutes for the heater to start blowing. And I'm doing this when my kids are in bed, so they're not going to be touching this. Something in there is not liking where it's at. It's getting stuck somehow. Oh, I don't know what that was for. But okay. So it's 9:03. I'm going to set a timer to see how long it takes for that fan to start going with two stopwatch. Reset, start. See how long it takes for that fan to start blowing. And maybe I'll actually do it this direction just so that it's not, just so that when I pull out this, it'll have more room to come out, because that's going to be pretty darn hot, I'm guessing, when it gets all up to heat and everything. And I don't want this potentially falling on the ground. So I'm going to turn it sideways, and that way I'll turn it so that you can see the back too. That's what it looks like on the back. But right now it looks like it's starting, so we'll just keep a timer on it, and we're about 68 degrees and 70 degrees. So we will keep these over by my desk because that's where I want to know how warm the room is getting off of this and how long it takes. And this room is about 12 by 15. So if we were in a situation where we would need to be heating our house with this on like a cold winter's night or something like that, I would definitely, we would all be piled in one room, because you don't want to waste heat, because you don't know how long it's going to last and stuff like that. So I'm trying to make it as realistic as possible, because I'm not going to go try and heat my kitchen with this, because there's way too much air to be, anyways, it's just not going to start. I thought I heard it start kicking on, but nope, not yet. Oh. That fan is moving now. Let's see if you can see it. See? It's moving now. It's only been 2 minutes. It's not really like blowing really fast, but it's going. So it took less than, yeah, just right about 2 minutes for it to start blowing. So we're gonna see how long it takes. I'll check it again in, let's see, at 10 minutes I'll check it again and see what my thermometers say. And then also if I can feel it any more than I can right now. Don't know if you can hear that. Can you hear it? I can hear the fan more. It's kind of has a buzzing almost, which isn't irritating at all. It is very, actually it is like very low key. This would actually be pretty soothing if I was having to sleep with it. But it has been, let's see, 14 minutes. So I got too distracted with my show I was watching. But it's been 14 minutes. Our thermometers have been across the room, so they haven't been near this unit at all. So this unit, both of them, this is now 70 degrees, which it started out at 68-ish. And then this one is 72, and it started out at 70. So the room has increased by 2 degrees in 15 minutes. So we'll go another 10 to 15 minutes depending on when I check my clock, and we'll see how much it has gone up from there. I do have the door open because it said that to make sure that there is enough ventilation. So it's not an enclosed space, but it's doing pretty good so far. So we'll see how long it takes. It's now been an additional 10 minutes, so it's now 23 minutes from when I first turned this on. If I was really cold and I was sitting right here, this would warm you up quite nicely, I think. But the bad thing about it is that only 1 or 2 people could be right here. I'm surprised. This is not hot at all. Ooh, that got a little hot. Right there where the main sterno can is, that got hot. I'm not about even to touch that thing. That's probably super hot. And then last 10 minutes it's gone up about 2 additional degrees. This one now says 74 and this one is 71.7. So this has gone up 1.7 degrees, but pretty close to 2 additional degrees in 10 minutes. So we will again stop and see if it gets any warmer in the next 10 minutes. Okay, it is now officially 34 minutes after I've started this. It feels actually very nice to be right next to. We're gonna check the temperature of what the room is right now. This one still says, I believe it said 74 last time. I believe it said 74, I can't really remember. 74, and this one says 71.4. So I don't believe it has gone up in the last 10 minutes. I think I'm gonna let it go for 1 hour and see if that changes anything. So we'll come back in about 25 more minutes, see if it has, if the temperature of the room has risen significantly or not, and then we're gonna go ahead and do the boiling test. Okay, it has now been 1 hour and 2 minutes. This is now, it's still pretty much the same, 73, which it's gone up, let's see if you can see it, 73 degrees, and this one says 73.2. So it hasn't gone up significantly since then. It would keep the chill off. If this is your only source of heat, you're not going to be sleeping cozy warm. You're going to need some blankets, that's for sure. But it does only have 2 cans in it, and it did say that you can add up a 3rd one. So this is for medium heat, which I guess it raised it by 4-ish degrees. I have this little grate thing that I'm going to put on here. I don't want it to be directly on this wood because it does have like a kind of a varnish thing on it. But let's see if I can feel heat. This is warm, but it's not terribly hot. I am not going to touch the top of that though, because I bet that top is really hot. When I did go outside, I could feel a significant chill out there, so it definitely did take the chill off of this room. So I'm going to use the thing that it provides. I can't remember what they called it. Okay. That fan is still going. Okay. Let me see how hot this is. Not too bad. I'm going to light them again. I should have just kept them on, but oh well, here we are. Those light fairly easily. I don't know why it always gets caught up there. Okay, now you can see we just have 2 going on, and I'm going to try and put this pot right directly on those. We're going to test and see how long it takes for this water to boil. This water is currently at 75 degrees, so it's pretty much just room temperature water from the tap. So we're just going to let this go until I start seeing it steam. So I'm going to start a timer. I have about 4 to 5 cups of water in here. I don't think you would be trying to make spaghetti on this or anything like that, but you probably would be trying to get water hot enough to maybe add to a freeze-dried meal or something like that. So I don't have a terribly huge pot. I don't know if it would even fit on here, but this is just what we're going to test out because that's what I think is most realistic. So we'll see how long it takes for this to get to boiling. Okay, it has been 46 minutes and it is not boiling yet. I don't know if it's going to get to boiling, but I'm not willing to wait that long because I am tired and I want to go to bed. But it is 181 degrees. It really hasn't changed. I checked it about 20 minutes ago and it really hasn't changed that much. I don't know if it's going to get to boiling. I wonder if there's a condition like you can only get to boiling if there's 3 sterno cans in there. I'm not completely sure. I haven't looked at that, but it didn't say anything about that. So it just says place up to 3. So I don't think it's going to get to boiling anytime soon. If it's not boiling after 50 minutes, then I don't think it's going to get to boiling. That would be a really long time to wait for some pasta or something. But this would be hot enough for you to make freeze-dried meals with. I think that would adequately rehydrate your meals just fine. But if you were needing to make something that had to be boiled, don't bet on it. Anyways, all in all, if I had to use this for an emergency situation, I would be grateful that I had it. I think we expect products like this to be as good as our home, what our home is already equipped with. And it's just not going to be. If I was going to need to boil some water, I might make a fire instead. Like I might go cook outside, but if this was the option, then this would be a great option, honestly, because there's nothing really that you can bring inside of your home that is this safe around kids, and you can't bring your barbecue inside. But this is safe for you to bring inside. If you were in an emergency and you had this, you would definitely be grateful, because my little buddy heater will not cook food. But I thank you for coming to this review of the Instafire Vesta. We call it the self-powered indoor space heater. And yeah, it was kind of fun to do a little product review, because now we can see how it works and stuff like that. Anyways, I thank you for coming here, and I hope that we never have to use this in an emergency situation. But if we do, we will be grateful that we had it. Thank you, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!